is going on YouTube? It is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz feature on ABC, NBC, CBS, Yahoo, and Fox. Coming at you with another video. Yes, another one, another one, another one. Ooh. Hope you guys are striving for your purpose and mission in life. You guys are going there, striving for your purpose and mission in life out there, grinding for it, working hard for it, and getting rewarded for it. Because at the end of the day, when we want the purpose and mission in life, good things do happen. I gotta ask the question, you know, will my ex ever forget about me? And, that's a very common question, because there's a lot of guys, and it's mainly from guys, because, you know, they want to know if they've made a significant impact, and they want to know if they can have the opportunity to to get back with their ex. In most cases, that happens, but it doesn't turn out well, anyways, right? And keep in mind, too, there's going to be a lot of breakups happening throughout this course of time during the coronavirus because there's a lot of relationships there's a lot of people in relationships right now, so they're starting to learn so much more to the relationship that they thought they were going to like, but they don't like. So keep a eye out of your peers and everybody else around you and see who's really going to be together throughout this whole thing. But going back to, will my ex ever forget about me, or will she remember me and stuff like that? So I gotta say that it really depends on how invested you two were in the relationship. Now, obviously, the guy you're gonna be, if it's the guy that's really invested into it, and then she was obviously invested into it as well, and let's just say it's been like what, let's say 4 years, maybe 3 years, right? And let's just say 3 years because that's very typical. And you two are just as invested into the relationship, but you just found out she just wanted to break up with you. And you're wanting to know, will she ever forget about you? And the answer to that is no. I mean, if someone could be with you for a year, it's hard to forget about you. Even for 7 to 8 months, it's kind of a little hard to forget about you. I mean, but in some cases, it will forget about you because, it really depends on, again, how invested you guys were. But when it comes to being in a relationship for 3 years, 2, 3, 4, whatever, you two are super invested into the relationship, and it is very hard to say, I'm gonna forget about this person. Understand this: when you're worried about having an ex forget about you, you're thinking of them as if they are a robot, like they could just delete you out your life. You are very planted in your ex's subconscious mind, where you're going to be there forever and ever and ever until the day they die. Just like your ex will be in your subconscious mind, in your mind, everywhere, just everywhere, and forever and ever and ever and ever until the day you die. Now, you might not be thinking about it so much. You might be thinking about what ifs and could have, should have, whatever, and stuff like that so much more in the future, because you're probably going to be in another relationship with someone else that you might be saying, this is so much better. But as of now, if you're in that position to where you're like very consumed, your mind is very consumed with the ex, it's going to go down. Like the thoughts, like the memories. I mean, it's still going to be there, but you're not going to be so invested into those memories. And if you saw that your ex moved on quick and stuff like that, just know she's not going to forget about you. And I'm speaking to the guys in this whole thing because there was a lot of guys who feared that their ex would forget about them once they saw that their ex would move on really quick. And I had that fear in my life before, but hell no, that's not the case. And I can say this: I know that, and one of my exes, they still think about me from time to time, and that's very natural because we're human beings, man. We're human beings, and we're very vulnerable. And not only that, but it's okay. I mean, it's just like the thought. That's it. It doesn't mean much. And yeah, I mean, and there are also going to be occasions to where you're going to dream about them, and guess what? They're going to dream about you too. But does that mean anything? Not necessarily so. Until someone performs an action, of course, the person who has the ball in their court, they have to be the one to perform the action, not necessarily the person that doesn't have the ball in their court, because you're going to show off as you're very needy. But this whole thing where people are thinking that their ex is going to forget about them, I mean, you have to stay in their vision just to make them remember you, and just to hope that they love you again. Honestly, you shouldn't have to hope for someone to love you if they didn't, because if that's the case, then they really never really loved you. Does that make sense? And I have to really be honest with you, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, yeah, they loved you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They really love you. They still love you, even if you guys are apart and you guys haven't been together for a year or two. It doesn't work like that. No. Um, but understand that your ex is not going to forget about you. Now, will your ex move on? Of course. They would expect the same from you, too, to move on as well, because you can't force something to happen to, you can't force to get back together. You have to have, if that, because if you're hoping one day that you and your ex are going to get back together, you have to have, real talk, it has to happen naturally. It really has to happen naturally, and it has to come to a point to where you two are like completely over the past, and it's like a new era. Really, seriously. And once you get to that point, you might not be, you honestly might have a different perspective. You will have a different perspective at that time. Can't say that you might, you will, because as time moves on, your mind does. You start to grow, you start to evolve. There's no such thing as one person staying in one spot hoping that their ex will come back. If it's been continuously, if it's been like 5, 10 years and you're still hoping to get back with your ex, and she's been moving on, and she's been moving on, she's been in another relationship, probably a relationship or two, where she got married and shit like that, and you're still hoping, it gotta understand that you might have a problem. You have a problem with being controlling, and you have a problem in your, you might be a little bit of a psychopath. So, um, and kind of a narcissist. So, but honestly, you know, we're all human at the end of the day. So, will your ex forget about you? No, 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 no. If it's been like if you guys were together 2 months, and you've only known each other for 3, yeah, she might forget about you. And if you were that invested, but she wasn't that as invested, I mean, it's kind of like windshield wipe. Just like your mind's gonna windshield wipe too. Um, but again, that all depends on how invested you really were. There's some people that are very invested within 2 months, 4 months, and it all just falls apart like that, and that could really fuck someone up for many months. It could be a year or two. Um, because that happened because that basically was in 2011, 2010, excuse me, where everything just dropped. It was 4 months. It was fucking lust, but it was very not lust. I mean, he was like heavily infatuated, but once it got dropped, and the situation just went down south, then it kind of messed me up to where how things was like I didn't understand. But the more as time grew, I mean, the more time passed, the more I started to understand. Okay, I mean, it's fine. I mean, you start to learn a little bit new perspective on you, and you start to learn values on you, and you start to learn that it wasn't nothing but a little thing. That's it. So understand that your ex will not forget about you, no matter how hard they try. If they try hard to forget about you, guess what? They'll think about you more. If they don't even try to think about you, guess what? They're still gonna think about you. Why? Because it's natural. If there are days that they don't want to even just be like, I hope I don't think about this motherfucker, right? Guess what? It's gonna happen, regardless, and they'll be curious. But guess what? You gotta be still focused on your purpose and mission in life. Obviously, when this whole quarantine and the whole lockdown is over, you know, life is going to change. I mean, society will change. Dating will be so impactful. Everyone's thinking this is going to be the baby boomer stage, the baby boom stage, or whatever. But I think once society gets back out there, that's baby boom. Because there's going to be a lot of people getting it down. Um, and understand this too. Like, I keep on rambling. If you feel stuck and you're trying, if you feel stuck, don't worry. Everyone else feels stuck too. Everyone has a reset button. So this means also a reset to your dating life. So invest into you, learn about you, and love yourself even more. All right, because at the end of the day, all you have is you, and you have you and your resources. So yeah, and obviously, you know, if you guys like these videos and stuff like that that I'm doing, go in the description box. I have a PayPal link where you can leave your donation. It's very appreciated. I'm very grateful for every donation that is donated. So thank you guys so much. But if you guys find this information valuable, I want you to drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share, because it is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz coming at you with another video. Yes, another one, another one, another one. All right, guys. Till next time, take it easy.